October 5th PCM Essentials webinar. My name is Dan Ba, and I am one of the Precision Business Planning Specialists here at Solver. And in today's PCM Essentials webinar, we're going to be reviewing how to create a negative return assessment report. We'll navigate to the report creation page, create a negative return assessment report at the field level, and then we'll read information within that negative return assessment report and how we can use that information to help aid in the precision business planning process, and then follow up with any questions anyone might have. But we'll hop right into, or let me back up. We are in Q&A mode, so if you do have any questions, you can type in your question within the chat box below my contact information, where you see my email along with my cell phone number. We'll hop right into Profit Zone Manager now. So here we're in the Ag Solver Training Enterprise. And what we'll first do, we're going to navigate to the report creation. So we'll click on the Create Report up at the top right hand column underneath the Enterprise Machine Data Account Notifications. There's the gray Create Report button. We'll click on that. And we're going to create this based off of the field level. So we're going to select Field in the report type. Once we do that, we'll come over. You can see the farm selected, the field selected, the buildings field, and then we'll come down and click negative return assessment at the very bottom of the page. And then click the print button. And now report has been submitted to be processed, and now the worker is piecing all of the information together and putting it into a report. Reports are fairly fast at coming back, typically less than a minute. So by the time it takes it to process, once that is processed, we'll have a red notifications pop up under the notifications tab. Our report is ready. If we click on that notifications, you can see our report has been created for the Ag Solver Training Enterprise. We come and download our report. This will then open up a new window based off of that negative return assessment that we've created off of the building site field. And what I'm going to actually do is download this report and save this. So I'm just going to save it to my downloads, click save. What that does, it'll pull up another report or another window so we can view it. So you can see we have a multi-year profitability distribution map, and the years that we're looking at are 13, 14, and 15. 13 and 15 were soybean years on this in particular. 14 was our corn year. So you can see in the backstory on this field, we have a sandy soil type on the east side of the field, reducing in yield, reducing in profitability, return on investment, and production efficiency. Next, we have the multi-year ROI distribution map, where you can see that area where we have the sandy soil type, where it's outlined in red there. You can see we had a high return on investment loss on that area, upwards of negative 25% or more on those specific areas. And then after we review the financial performance on this field, and then we can use this report to dig in to, all right, why are we having this issues? And for this field, it's easy. We have a soil type here, flanger sandy loam, 2 to 5% slope. See, there's about 6 acres within this field. Percent of the field about 19%. Corn production is about 150 bushels. That's on the top end. Usually this area goes 120 to 125. Soybeans are at 44 bushels, and this is using the county average levels along with county average organic matter, CSR2, and then along with NCCPI index value. Then this also shows where the field is located. Then after that, we have a topography map based off of this field. And then we have our annual precipitation totals and temperature totals. So you can see the high temperatures and the low temperatures. Low temperatures are represented in blue line graphs, along with the high temperatures represented. The yellow and green are represented by heat units. And then below that, we have our precipitation totals, where you can see the changes throughout the year and throughout the months, and then compare years. In 13, we were extremely wet and then turned dry. 14, it was all over the board in terms of moisture. And then at the very bottom, we have our heat units. So really, for heat units on this field, it pretty much follows 13, 14, 15 follows the average. So that's what's in the negative return assessment, and this allows us to help piece together why we might be having certain issues within this field. With this one, it's an easy, we have a soils type issue going on. How can we fix that moving forward by creating scenarios based off of possibly reducing planting populations to 20 or 1,000 to free up working capital, or it could be even taking this area out of production, putting that into a CRP of some type. Another option could be seeding this down to alfalfa and raising alfalfa or a small grains crop, or seeding this down and then using this as grazing land for cattle. So there's a whole host of options that we can put this land into within Profit Zone Manager. And really, when I begin assessing a field, I like to start with this report and just help explain that backstory on this particular field. We'll open up for any questions that anyone might have regarding the negative return assessment report. So while we wait for questions, I do want to invite you to our next webinar. That's at 11 o'clock, which is our intermediate planning webinar. And with this webinar, we're going to be reviewing the payback of drying soybeans. We started picking soybeans ago. Started picking them at 15, 16% moisture and drying them down to 13% moisture. We're doing this because last year we started picking soybeans at 15% too wet. We switched over to corn and then came back picking soybeans late October, and we were harvesting soybeans at 8% to 9% moisture. So we could easily tell we lost about 5% in yield, or lost about 3.5 to 4 bushels per acre due to head loss, dockage at the elevator, a whole host of things. So I'll invite you to that webinar. So it doesn't look like we have any questions. Check one last time. But please feel free to reach out to me. My email is djbot@agriculture.com. My cell phone is 319-238-1978. If you have any questions, we can certainly set up a one-on-one webinar to review any steps that you would like to see on your fields at the subfield level within your enterprise. So thank you for watching our October 5th PZM Essentials webinar. Thank you.